Part 3, quadratic and square root inverses. Please remember, just like in the intro video, that inverses have alternate places of x and y. And to solve for an inverse, it is all about switching the x and y values and solving all over again. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write y equals the square root of x minus 7 plus 2, and then I'm going to switch. So x is over here, that y is now underneath the square root symbol. Now we got to solve, which means y needs to be all by itself again. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this plus 2. It's going to move to the other side. So now I have this. Whoops, that's a minus 7. That's what I get for writing in pen. That's a minus 7. Okay, so this is being square rooted, which means I need to undo something being square rooted. So I am just going to square what is being square rooted. And remember, what you do on one side, you do to the other. So this square root symbol and this exponent of 2, those cancel each other out. So now I have this on my fourth line of work. Over here, of course, nothing cancels. I'm just going to recopy that as is. Now, if you notice, the y is almost by itself. We just have to push the 7 over. So it is going to be y minus 2 in parentheses squared plus 7 equals y. This is a quadratic equation. That is a square root equation. These two equations are inverses of each other, which means these two graphs are reflections across the linear parent function. One more thing, if you notice from this initial vertex, the vertex for this initial square root function is a positive 7 and a 2. The vertex for this quadratic function is a 2, 7. Notice how the x and y's have changed places, which is another characteristic of an inverse function. So, see what you can do before me. Please pause the video, look at each step that I did up here, and then try and see what you can do with that. Pause here. Just on the off chance that you did not hit pause, I'm going to give you one more chance to do the real thing and see if you can do it without looking at the key. Remember, you got to switch your x and y, and you're going to just solve all over again. You're going to move the k value to the other side. Then you're going to square both sides. That's when you put both sides of the equal sign in parentheses and raise it to the power of 2. After you do that, that's going to knock out the square root symbol. And then all you have to do is move the old h value over. And remember, you always have a self-check because you can verify that the vertex, the h and k, have swapped places. So pause and check your work.